Good afternoon. My name is Jennifer Little, and I represented Senator Shafer during this ethics investigation. From the outset, we knew these allegations were completely fabricated. Over the past 5 weeks, during this exhaustive investigation, we proactively provided evidence which proved each and every allegation in this complaint to be false. Senator Shafer welcomed this investigation and cooperated fully, knowing he was completely innocent and would be fully exonerated. Senator Shafer sat for 2 interviews, totaling over 5 hours, and he answered every single question posed by the investigator. He produced overwhelming evidence, including 68,000 telephone calls, 700 pages of legislative voting history, 7 years of email correspondence, and 15 independent witnesses, each of which, point by point, refuted these false allegations. We welcomed this scrutiny because we knew a thorough investigation would clear Senator Shafer's name. We are grateful but not surprised by the Senate's decision today. There was simply no credible evidence to support these claims, as the Senate Ethics Committee correctly determined. Now, it is sad to see so many taxpayer dollars spent to investigate such obviously false and politically motivated allegations, but that is what makes this country great. Our core principles of justice allow for all claims, regardless of their merit, to be fully investigated, reviewed, and ruled upon. Like many women who have been the victims of sexual harassment, I was excited to see Georgia leading the charge in response to this nationwide Me Too movement. I was inspired that my Georgia legislature was stepping up and creating rules to eradicate this behavior, which exists in all industries. What saddens me to my core, as a female who has spent her career working on behalf of victims, is knowing that there are real victims out there struggling with these serious issues day in and day out. It was knowing that the very first test case in Georgia, the first person to utilize these new rules for good, was in fact utilizing them for evil. Ladies and gentlemen, make no mistake. Politics has hit yet another low today because this complaint was nothing more than a pure smear campaign. It is simply not a coincidence that these decades-old lies were perfectly timed on the heels of Senator Shafer's qualification to run for lieutenant governor. Senator Shafer's political opponents need to explain what they knew about this, when they knew about this, and what involvement they had in concocting these false allegations. Anyone that knows Senator Shafer knows he did not do this. Countless women who have known and worked with Senator Shafer throughout his lifetime came forward to defend him, speaking highly of his character, the way he conducts himself, and how he treats others, especially women. But it shouldn't take a full Senate investigation, countless taxpayer dollars, thousands of pages of documentation, years of correspondence and voting history to protect a good name from outright lies. While we were confident all along that these malicious allegations had zero support, we believe in the movement and the right for all complaints to be heard. But now it has been heard. The investigation is complete. No evidence was found to support these claims, and my client has been exonerated. Now it is time for him to get back to his work on behalf of the citizens of Georgia. Thank you.
As I've said from the beginning, these allegations are false. I welcomed the appointment of the outside investigator, even though she is a partisan Democrat, because I knew that any serious investigation of these allegations would result in my complete exoneration, and we have cooperated fully with that investigation. As much as I am happy that my name has been cleared, the sad reality is that there are actual victims as happy as I am that my name has been cleared, the sad reality is that this has taken away from the real suffering of actual victims of sexual harassment. I'm grateful to my legal team for their help in preparing a response to the ethics allegations. I'm grateful to the 3 great loves of my life Lee and my mother, who's still with me, and my daughter, Ellie, who have been so incredibly supportive of me during this difficult time. And I am ready to go back to work on behalf of the people of Georgia, fighting for working families, and appreciate very much your time and attention today. Thank you.
Mr. Shafer, do you have any idea why this person would have told the story that she told? Why would she have come forward and done this?
The complaint was filed the day after I qualified for lieutenant governor. I think the political motive has been obvious from the beginning. The allegations are false, and we have demonstrated through the evidence that we've submitted that they are completely false. And the Senate Ethics Committee and its independent investigator, someone who is respected in the field of investigation, but who is a partisan Democrat, cleared me completely of these charges.
What do you say about your fellow Senator, Senator Calder, who said that you believe this woman?
I became President Pro Tem of the Senate by defeating Senator Calvert, and I'm disappointed in his comments. Although in the report of the special investigator, the investigator indicated that she believed that the complainant lied to Senator Calvert, and Senator Calvert's account of what she said differed from his account of what she said.
Senator, the attorney for lobbyists is kind of calling into question the credibility of the investigative campaign, digging up incidents that happened back during the Atlanta Public School cheating trial. She being supposedly ordered to change her report. Any comment on that at all?
I was initially not happy with the appointment of the outside investigator because she was a partisan Democrat. But in the end, I welcomed any serious investigation because I knew the deeper that you dug, the more likely it would be that I would be exonerated, and that's what happened.
Thank you.
Do you have any,
We've got
do you have
time for one more question, so.
any idea, there were a number of witnesses that the woman talked to that came forward to the independent investigator and said, yes, she told us this story years ago. A number of them. Why would she have told these stories, or this story, to so many people over such a long period of time in your mind?
The investigative report does not show that all the people that she identified supported her story, but there's no question that she has been unhappy with me for a 5 or 6 year period of time because I've taken a position opposed to one of her clients. But the position that I took on that issue is consistent with my position on every similar issue.